Welcome back. We have discussed about the issue and redemption of debentures under different situations. Let us discuss some of the other application cases that comes under the same topic. Next case, Bhavana Company Limited issued following debentures. Pass journal entries in the books of the company in connection with the issue and redemption of debentures. So in the question it is specifically mentioned that you need to pass the entry for not only the issue but also the entries for the redemption. Question: 14% debentures of 4 lakh issued at par and redeemable at par. But the thing is that in the previous case, the same question, same pattern, but we have passed the entry only for the issue. Why we have to post the entry for issue as well as redemption? Because in the question it is mentioned specifically. See, you need to pass journal entries for issue and redemption. So in the question, if it is mentioned 14.4 lakh issued at par, redeemable at par, if it is mentioned in the question only, you need to pass or post the journal entries. So here you have to post the entries for issue as well as redemption. So let us begin. First one, 14% debentures of 4 lakh issued at par, redeemable at par. That is the most simplest and easiest case for the issue and redemption. Both at the time of issue as well as redemption, it was at par. So the entry is at the time of issue, bank account up to 14% debenture. It is mentioned in the question as 14% debentures. So you have to give the rate that is given in the question. 14% debentures, that is 4 lakhs. That is 4 lakhs issued at par. There is no information regarding how many number of debentures, what is the price of the debenture. Anyway, we can assume that let it be 100 like that. Anyway, if it is not mentioned, instead it is given the total value as the value of the debenture, then you need not have to assume as 100 or anything else. Just consider it as value of the debentures is 4 lakh. We will go through all the cases and make sure whether we have to assume or not. We will discuss during the course of the discussion. So 4 lakh, and next one, you need to pass the entry for the redemption. See, at the time of redemption, the entry is 14% debentures account debtor to bank. Actually, that was a journal entry. We have learned and we have discussed in numerous questions, and either you can write like that or else you can write like this: 14% debentures account debtor to debenture holders. After that, the amount is paying to debenture holders account debtor to bank 4 lakhs. You can either write these two entries or instead you can write 14% debentures account debtor to bank. We can remove these debenture holders. It is not a rule that you must write the payment entry in two different entries. Why we are following like this means this is the due entry, this is the payment entry. We are splitting these events in two different situations. Instead of splitting these transactions into two, you can either write it as one single entry, that is 14% debentures account debtor to bank. I have mentioned about this case in one of the previous cases or situation. You can either follow this or you can follow the usual payment entry which we have been dealing with in previous numerous cases. Anyway, this is the entry for at the time of issue at par and redeemable at par. Next one, issued at discount and redeemable at par. So issued at a discount and redeemable at par, then the entry will be, and it is mentioned that the 10% is the discount amount. So out of 4 lakh, what is the discount amount is 4 lakh into 10 by 100. Take the 10% of 4 lakh, you will get the discount amount. So deducting that discount value will be the remaining value of the bank amount. So the entry will be at the time of issue, we will collect the amount, bank account debtor, discount on issue of debentures account debtor to 14% debenture. The value of the debenture remains the same, 4 lakhs. Discount on issue of debentures, here it is mentioned 10%. 10% of what? 10% of the total value of the debentures. Total value of the debenture is 4 lakhs. So 10% of 4 lakhs, it will be 40,000. if you deduct this discount from the actual value of the debentures, you will get the amount the company is going to collect as part of issue of debentures. So 3,60,000. This is how you can find out. Being amount received on issue of debentures and discount brought into account. So at the time of redemption, the entry will be here. It is redeemable at par, so there is not much of an issue. The entry will be like this: 14% debentures are conducted to debenture holders, same amount 4 lakhs, and debenture holders are conducted to bank 4 lakh because it was redeemed at par. So the amount will be 4 lakh. You can either write these two entries or you can write a single entry as 14% debentures are conducted to bank. So these are the entries with regard to second situation. Next one, 14% debentures of 4 lakh issued at premium of 10% but redeemable at par. And the entry will be bank account debtor to 14% debentures account debtor to security premium. Security premium, actually it is a sort of income, so it is credited, and by way of bank you will get not only 4 lakh, you will get an amount certain 10% of premium, 10% of 4 lakhs. So 10% of 4 lakh, it will be 40,000. So you will total 4 lakh 40,000 is the amount the Bhamana company is going to collect by way of issuing debentures at premium. And 14% debentures, what is the price of the debenture? Total price is 4 lakhs. What was the premium amount? It was 10% of 4 lakhs, so it will be 40,000. Being amount received on issue of 4 lakh debentures at a premium of 10%. So this is with regard to issue. And 14% debentures issued at premium and redeemable at par. So redeemable at par is the same entry which we have done in both the two cases. It will be 14% debentures account debtor to debenture holders 4 lakhs, being amount due to debenture holders on redemption. Next one, debenture holders account debtor to bank 4 lakhs. Same entry we have passed in the case of second case as well as first case, because in all these three cases the redemption was at par. That is why the same entry. It may not be like that on all the situations. If it is a case of redemption at premium, the situation is different. If it is redeemed at a discount, it is completely different. Okay. Next one, 14% debentures of 4 lakh issued at par but redeemable at a premium of 10%. So in this case you have to be very cautious. It may be issued at par but it is redeemed at a premium. So at the time of premium, at the time of redemption, the company has to pay face value plus premium. So that has to be considered at the time of issue itself. So the entry will be bank account debtor, loss on issue of debentures account debtor to 14% debentures to premium on redemption of debentures. See, and how we are going to write the amounts. Debentures 4 lakh issued at par. So it was issued at par means what is the bank amount? Bank amount will be the par value. Par value means 4 lakhs. Next one, loss on issue of debentures. I have mentioned that loss on issue of debentures usually includes any discount offered at the time of issue plus any premium offered at the time of redemption. In this case there is no issue regarding discount. The only thing is redemption at premium, so you have to consider that premium amount here. So loss on issue of debenture actually is the premium, the amount that has to be paid at the time of redemption. What is the premium amount? 10%. We have done some of the example. What is the 10%? 4 lakh of 10% is 40,000. Next, to 14% debenture, the amount will be the same, 4 lakhs. And to premium on redemption of debentures, what is the premium amount? 40,000, because it is a sort of an income and it has to be shown here also. Being the amount received on issue of debentures and required premium on redemption treated as loss on issue. So we have posted the entry for the issue. Next you need to post the entry for the redemption at premium. So the redemption at premium, it will be 14% debentures account debtor, premium on redemption account debtor to debenture holders. If you are writing to bank, the answer will be correct. You need not have to post the next journal entry. If you are following this, there is another entry also, debenture holders account debtor to bank. Usually we are going to discuss the same case. you can either follow this one or you can finish the entry by to bank. Okay, 14% debentures. What is the value of debenture? 4 lakhs. What is the premium on redemption? 10%. So 4 lakhs 40,000 to debenture holders 4 lakh 40,000. Being amount due to debenture holders including premium on redemption. And our entry is not complete because we have posted the entry only for the due. We have to post the entry for the payment. So it will be debenture holders account debited to bank. Total of 4 lakh 40,000 has to be paid because payment was made on premium. So next one, fifth one, 14% debenture, 4 lakh issued at a discount of 10%, redeemable at premium of 10%. This is the most trickiest case. Issued at discount, redeemed at premium. Okay, loss will be very high. So the entry will be bank account debtor, loss on issue of debentures account debtor to 14% debentures to premium on redemption. I believe you know the concept of each of these cases. Anyway, let us discuss the amounts. See, face value of the debenture was 4 lakhs. It is issued at discount of 10%. So what will be the amount the company is going to collect? 4 lakh minus 10% of 4 lakh. So for 10% of 4 lakh means 40,000. 4 lakh minus 40,000, it will be 3 lakh 60,000. So we have got one. Next one, loss on issue of debentures. I have mentioned in numerous cases what are the amounts included in this one. Loss on issue of debentures include any discount offered at the time of issue and any premium offered at the time of redemption. In this case, discount is also there, premium is also there. So what are the amounts? Discount is 10% of 4 lakh, it is 40,000. Premium is 10% of 4 lakhs, 40,000. So 40,000 plus 40,000, you will get 80,000. 2. 14% debentures. Here you have to show the actual value of debentures, 4 lakhs. 2. Premium on redemption of debentures. What was the premium amount? 10%. So that will be 40,000. And last but not the least, don't forget to post the narration after each entry. Being amount received on issue of debentures and discount allowed and premium on redemption debited as loss on issue. Next entry, payment entry. Payment entry is divided into two. One is the due entry and another is the actual payment. Due entry is 14% debentures account debtor, premium on redemption account debtor to debenture holders. It is almost similar to the previous case because previous case also redeemed at premium. Here also redeemed at premium. So this entry will be almost same as here. Being amount due to debenture holders including premium on redemption. And finally, go through the question. 14% debentures of 4 lakh issued at premium, redeemable at premium. Issued at premium, redeemable at premium. So how we are going to deal that entry? It will be this is the previous entry, continuation of the previous entry. Previously we have passed 14% debentures account debtor to premium redemption of debentures to debenture holders only. We have to pass the entry for the payment. Debenture holders account debtor to bank. Okay, that is complete. 14%, next one, last case, 14% debentures of 4 lakh issued at premium, redeemable at premium. So what will be the entry? The entry will be bank account debtor, loss on issue of debentures account debtor to debentures to security premium to premium on redemption. So there are different cases and there is some difference with the entry which we have dealt previously and now. The only difference is here it is redeemed at premium, so all those adjustments will be same, but there is one difference, it is issued at premium. So in this entry you have to show the premium details of the issue as well as the premium details of the redemption also. So as part of issue, it was issued at a premium of 5%. Face value of one debenture is 4 lakh. 5% of 4 lakh is how much? 20,000. So loss on issue of debentures, here it is 20,000. Here we show the details of discount offered at the time of issue and premium at the time of redemption. Here, this loss on issue of debentures only consists of premium issued at the time of redemption. Okay, bank account up to 4,20,000, loss on issue account up to 20,000. Here bank means 4 lakh plus 5% premium. 5% premium means 20,000. So 4,20,000. 2. Debentures. Here we will show the actual value of the debentures, 4 lakhs. Next one, so take security premium. Here this security premium means the premium collected at the time of issue. It was 5%. 5% of 4 lakhs, it will be 20,000. And finally, to premium on redemption of debentures, 20,000. That is also the 5% of 4 lakhs. It is at the time of redemption, being debenture issued at premium and redeemable at premium. It is also another tricky situation where you have to be very careful while passing or posting the journal entry. And this is the entry for the issue. Next one, due entry, 14% debentures account after premium on redemption account debentures to debenture holders. So 14% debentures, it will be 4 lakhs. What is the premium amount? 5% of 4 lakh, it will be 20,000. So to debenture holders, 4,20,000. This is the issue entry. Due entry, next one, we are going to pay the cash. Debenture holders account up to bank, total 4,20,000. Being cash paid to debenture holders at the time of redemption. Loss on issue of debentures. Here another note is given regarding the amount included in the loss of issue of debentures. We have mentioned about how 80,000 is obtained. I believe you have understand the concept, or else you can go through this note. So this is how you have to deal with practical cases with regard to different situations of issue and redemption of debentures. You may come across similar pattern of questions with different scenarios. So passing journal entry for each of these situations, it is not a big issue. The thing is, you need to familiarize. For each situation there is a peculiar type of journal entry. So familiarize the situation and the journal entry for that particular situation. Then you can deal any type of question. I hope you have understand the concept. So go through these cases, familiarize each of these situations. If you have any queries, please let me know. Let us go to next important area, interest on debentures. You are familiar with the term interest on debentures, because whenever we collect debentures, if I own a company, if I raise debentures or if I raise fund by issuing debentures, definitely I have to pay interest. So how the interest is calculated? So debenture issued by a company are its liability. The debenture holders are therefore entitled to periodic interest, which is paid by the company half yearly, or it may be annually, or on some fixed date. That is up to their discretions. Agreed terms between the company and the subscriber or the debenture holder. Interest on debenture is a charge against the profit of the company, and hence it must be paid irrespective of the fact whether the profit have been earned or not. Interest has to be paid regularly. We have discussed all these theoretical aspects at the beginning of this module. We need not have to go any further in that. Anyway, as per Income Tax Act, a company should deduct income tax at prescribed rate from the gross amount of interest before any amount is paid to debenture holders. The company will deposit the tax so deducted with the income tax authorities. So the simple concept is that whenever the company offers interest to the debenture holders, the company must consider the tax on such interest paid. So there are certain journal entries for each of these situations. When interest is issued, when tax is charged, when tax is charged against profit, there are some journal entries. So what are those journal entries? Only that are the concept which you have to learn in this area. There are no other further complications in this situation. So whenever the company issues interest on certain debentures, definitely there will be a tax. So what are the entries associated with the interest on issue of debentures? First one, for the interest due. Interest on debentures account debtor to debenture holder. These are the simple common entries relating to interest on debentures. when the interest is due. So interest on debentures is actually an expense. Expenses are debits or debited. So interest on debenture is debited in the journal which is shown here. So interest on debentures account debited to, it is payable to whom? Payable to whom? Debenture holders. So that is why they are credited. So that is the entry for whenever the interest is due. We haven't paid the interest. It is due. That is like just like an outstanding. So interest is an expense, payment is outstanding. That is why it is interest is debited and debenture holders are credited. Next one, when the payment is made. For making the payment of interest, deduction of tax at source, that is otherwise known as TDS. You may come across this term in your higher studies during the study of income tax and other related areas in your higher next semesters. Anyway, tax adjustments. So what is a journal entry with regard to interest associated with the tax adjustment? The entry will be debenture holders account debtor to income tax payable to bank. Next one, for making the payment of tax deducted at source, that is the tax with regard to the interest payment. So the entry for the tax payment, the entry will be income tax payable account debted to bank. And finally, you need to adjust the interest on debentures against profit. So the entry will be profit and loss account debtor to interest on debentures. So these are the entries you have to pass whenever you deal or come across a question that mentioning specifically about the interest on debentures or interest associated with debentures. Usually it will be asked separately. In an essay question, they might ask in an actual situation of issue of debentures in each of these installments. With addition to that, the interest situation might ask. That depends upon the nature of the question. Anyway, prepare anything that is going to appear in your question paper. So with a practical case, you will get a clear picture regarding how the interest on debentures are dealt and the tax associated with it. Company issued 20,000 12% debentures of 100 each on 1st January 2018. Interest is payable half yearly on 30th June and 31st December every year. The rate of income tax is 20%. Pass necessary journal entries for 1 year. So let us begin the entries. Company issued 20,000 12% debentures of 100 each. On date is given. Interest is paid half yearly on 30th June and 31st December every year. The rate of income tax is 10%. Pass necessary journal entries for 1 year. So actually here the scenario is the company has been dealing with a debenture whose interest is paid half yearly. And in the question it is mentioned that you have to pass the entries for the whole year. So the whole year means half year payment of interest means during the year you have to pay 2 times interest. So at the time of payment of one interest you need to pass these entries. So in an year, 2 half yearly situations means 2 times the company is paying the interest. So you have to repeat these entries 2 times. And question relating to interest on debentures is basically on the basis of date. So you have to be very cautious with regarding the dates given in the question. So first one, let us begin with 1st January 2018. At the beginning of the year, the payment of the interest is happening. It is happening only on 30th June and 31st December. So at the beginning of the year, the company has issued a debenture. So let us deal with the entry for the issue. Bank account debted to 12% debentures. There is no issue regarding par, premium or discount. If nothing is mentioned, we can assume that it is issued at par. So the entry will be 20 lakhs. 20,000 into 100, 20 lakhs for debentures issued at par. So at the beginning of the year, debenture has been issued and the amount for the collection has been recorded. And there is no information regarding redemption or anything else, so we can assume that after that the next transaction happened in the company is payment of the interest. It is paid half yearly. On what dates? On June and 31st December. So specify the date correctly. So next transaction happens on June 30th. So June 30th, the payment of interest is interest on debentures account up to debenture holder. Same in entry is given here. You have to pay for the half yearly interest. So total amount is how much? 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs into what is the interest rate? Not 20%, it is 12%. 20% is tax rate, so you have to be very careful. Don't directly jump into the 20% rate. Here the rate associated with the debenture is termed as the interest on that particular debenture. So 20 lakhs into 12% for the time period where interest is payable for half yearly. So half yearly means how many months in a year? 6 months. So half yearly means half year 6 by 12. So it will be 20 lakhs, that is 20,000 into 100, you will get 20 lakhs. This is the amount for which interest is to be paid. So 20 lakhs into 12% into half year 6 by 12, you will get 1,20,000. Half year interest due on debentures. Next one, for making payment of interest and deduction of tax at source. So to debenture holders, how much amount is paid? 1,20,000. And for this 1,20,000, the company have to pay tax of 20%. That is the concept. So how we are going to deal with? The entry will be to debenture holders account. Same date it will be written. There is no other information given. Otherwise, it would have been mentioned in the question. Or else you can write the same date. Debenture holders account. For debenture holder, how much was amount? 1,20,000. Out of which, what is the tax payable? Tax payable is whatever the interest, that amount into the rate given in the question. 1,20,000 into 20%, you will get 24,000. And the remaining amount will be the payment made to the debenture holders. That is known as tax deducted at source. Tax adjusted on the source value, that is known as tax deducted at source. Payment of interest and deduction of tax at source at 20%. So 1,20,000 was the interest payable by the company to the debenture holder, but after adjusting the tax only the company will pay. So after adjusting the tax, the amount is 96,000. So 24,000 was the tax amount payable on that particular amount of interest, that is 1,20,000. Next one, this is the due entry. The company have to pay the tax. What is the tax amount? 24,000. What is the entry for the payment? Income tax payable account debtor to bank. So entry will be income tax payable account debtor to bank. Date will be the same date. All these events happen on that half yearly date. So what is the amount of tax? It is mentioned in the previous entry, 24,000 for payment of tax. Next one, for closing the debenture interest account, that means interest payment is a loss to the concern or a expense of the concern, so it has to be adjusted in the profit, because debenture interest are charged against profit. We have learned about in the theoretical aspects. See, interest on debenture is charged against profit. So the entry will be profit and loss account debtor to interest on debentures. What is the interest on debentures? Here it is 1,20,000. But remember one thing, even though there are 4 entries associated with a payment of interest, remember one thing, when will be the profit and loss account is prepared? It will be prepared at the end of the year. As per the question, is the year or accounting year of this particular case is ending on June 30th? No, because there is another payment that happens on 31st December. So on end of the accounting period only we prepare profit and loss account. So at that time only you need to transfer all the details with regard to the debenture interest paid against the profit. So if there is no other further information, you can write down the last entry, profit and loss account up to interest on debentures 1,20,000. You could have written, but in this case you need to make one more payment at the end of the year. So after completing that payment, you can write the common entry for the both situation. So here we are not going to post this entry because we have to pay one more interest. After that we will write down the entry. So next one, when is the next payment happens? On 31st December. So the entry will be again interest on debentures account debtor to debenture holders account 1,20,000. Same interest rate, 20,000 into 100 into 12 by 100 into 6 by 12. Half year payment. So the entry will be 1,20,000 half year interest on debentures. Next, you need to make the entries for the tax payment, tax entries as well as the profit and loss entries. So the entry will be debenture holders account debtor, income tax payable account to bank account. Here the entries will be same because there are no other further adjustments. All the rate is applicable to the same. At the time of June also and December also, interest rate remains the same, and the period is 6 months for each. So there is no difference in the amounts and entries. It will be almost the same which you have passed at the time of June. So entry will be debenture holders account debtor to income tax payable to bank 1,20,000, 24,000 and 96,000 for payment of interest and deduction of tax at source of 20% TDS, tax deducted at source. That is the meaning of TDS. Next one, this is the due entry. Next you have to make the payment of the tax. So the entry will be income tax payable account debtor to bank. Similarly, income tax payable account debtor to bank. Here there is not much of a difference in computation, so amount will be 24,000 for payment of tax. And finally, you have completed all the entries with regard to issue or payment of interest as well as tax relating to the particular interest. And last entry you have to pass is at the time of closing the debenture interest account. Usually accounts will be closed at the year end. That is why we didn't enter this entry here, because we have to make one more payment and it is mentioned in the question. So that is why we are writing this entry by the end of the December. So the entry will be profit and loss account debtor to interest on debentures. So now we are going to charge the interest against the profit. So during the year, what was the interest on debentures paid? See, an amount paid on June, it was 1,20,000. Another amount paid on December, 1,20,000. So during the year, how much interest was paid? Total of 2,40,000 interest was paid. So in the profit and loss account, you have to show the total interest. That is why we are showing this entry by the end, because accounts are closed at the end of the year. So profit and loss account debtor to interest on debentures account, it will be 2,40,000 for transfer of interest on debentures to profit and loss account. So this is how you have to deal with the entries associated with interest on debentures. The thing is, there are 4 entries. Go through the question wisely. If it is mentioning anything about different payments, that is half year payments or weekly payment or monthly payment, usually if weekly payments are not there, half year payments and monthly payments will be there. And in the question, go through it. If there are multiple payments, make the entries for all the payments, and by the end of the period, pass the entry for the transfer of interest on debentures to the profit and loss account. Don't write the profit and loss account up to interest on debentures and after each of these entries. In the theory, we have mentioned that you need to pass all these 4 entries, but in the question, if there are multiple payments, and pass the entry for the profit and loss at the end of the period. In this question, if there is no information regarding payment at the time of December, you can write the profit and loss account up to interest on debentures by the end of June 30th. Since it is a case of 2 payments, you have to write the profit and loss account up to interest on debentures by the end. So this is how you have to deal with the case of interest associated with debentures. We will discuss about another important theoretical aspect relating to the debenture in the coming sessions. Until then, go through it. If you have any queries regarding any of the topics we have discussed, kindly do let me know.